Spuds MacKenzie. Spuds MacKenzie is a fictional dog bull terrier character used for an extensive advertising campaign marketing Bud Light beer in the late 1980s. The Spuds MacKenzie mascot and campaign was the idea of a 23-year-old art director, John Moore. At the time, he was working at Needham Harper and Steers, a Chicago advertising agency. The dog first showed up in a Bud Light Super Bowl Roman 21 ad in 1987. The dog was portrayed by a female bull terrier named Honey Tree Evil Eye, or Evie for short, October 7, 1983, May 31, 1993. Evie was from Woodstock, Illinois, and lived in North Riverside, Illinois, with her owner's family, where she later died of kidney failure in 1993. Anheuser-Busch sponsored many dogs from the kennel in Illinois where Evie was from. The Spuds MacKenzie ad campaign was not without its share of controversy. Shortly after Spuds' rise to fame, it was learned that the dog portrayed as male in the ads was actually female. The ads were criticized for promoting the consumption of alcohol by children by politicians and advocacy groups. Soon after the ads first aired in 1987, Senator Strom Thurmond began his own media campaign, claiming that the beer maker was using Spuds to appeal to children in order to get them interested in their product. By Christmas 1987, more legal action resulted from Budweiser's use of ads featuring Spuds dressed as Santa, which is illegal in states such as Ohio. In 1989, the Center for Science in the Public Interest, along with Mothers Against Drunk Driving, alleged that Anheuser-Busch was pitching the dog to children. Although the Federal Trade Commission found no evidence to support that allegation, Anheuser-Busch decided to retire Spuds in 1989, claiming that the character's image had started to overshadow the product. In 2017, the character appeared in Bud Light's Super Bowl LI advertisement as a ghost who helps a man named Brian reunite with his friends in an homage to Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. The house number in this advertisement's last segment is 1989, the year Spuds was retired. Cultural references. The character Slurms MacKenzie, the original party worm from the television series Futurama, is a parody of Spuds, as is Santa's Little Helper's stint as Suds McDuff on the episode Old Yeller Belly of The Simpsons. In his late -1980s anti-sellout anthem, This Note's for You, the title of which parodies Budweiser's This Bud's for You ad campaign, Neil Young says he ain't singing for Spuds in the title track. The dog also appears throughout the music video for the song. The commercial's use of skinny females as a standard of beauty inspired Sir Mix-a-Lot to write Baby Got Back in retort. An issue of M80 magazine in the late 1980s had a study of how cultural standards are going downhill, as one example, tracing how America's favorite dog went from Lassie to Benji to Spuds MacKenzie. A story arc in the comic strip Bloom County involved a drunken Spuds admitting her female gender to Opus and eventually checking into the Betty Ford Center, where she roomed with Mr. Ed. Appears in the Family Guy episodes Brian Wright's a bestseller and A Fish Out of Water. Tone Locke's song Funky Cold Medina lists Spuds MacKenzie as one of the dogs trying to get into his house. In the Golden Girls episode Larceny and Old Lace, Sophia Petrollo is dating a man named Rocco, played by Mickey Rooney, whom she met in a police lineup. According to her daughter Dorothy Zbornak, Rocco was arrested for spray painting something obscene on a billboard of Spuds MacKenzie. Sophia's response is that because the dog they use in those ads is really a female, Rocco was just making Spuds anatomically correct.